Hey guys, Fiesco and Steve here at Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival.
It's that time.
Just picked up our magnets, which you can get here. It moves a lot, but right now, as of opening day, it's in the entrance by Mouse Gear in the tunnel as you're heading to the mission space area. But we're about to do a little bit of a dining video.
Yes, let's do it.
We did quite a few this week. We were just in Oga's, and now we're going to eat around the world for food and wine.
Have you seen anything that's on the docket this year that you're excited about?
I did. I know they had the Le Cellier filet back.
Classic.
And I don't remember off the top of my head all the things, but I remember looking through the menu and seeing quite a number of things I want. So
I have to look through the this little pamphlet passport thing, because that's always my way to see what I'm going to get, and I haven't even taken a peek yet, so I'm excited to see what there is.
Well, I'm sure we're going to eat a lot, so let's go check it out.
Okay, so the first global market kiosk that we checked out was Thailand. I got the most Thai dish I could get, I think, which was the red hot spicy Thai beef for, I think it was $5. Let me just double check that, but I think it was $5.50. And it is 1,000,000 degrees outside, so I almost did not order it. You can probably see the sweat on my forehead. And something spicy, just, I don't know, I almost didn't order it because of that, but I'm glad I did because it was so delicious and actually way less spicy than I thought it was going to be. Probably is not true and authentic to the actual how Thai dishes are usually prepared as far as I think. I mean, I've had real Thai food before and it's usually much spicier than this, but I'm not complaining today because it was delicious and it's 1,000,000 degrees out, so it's actually the best of both worlds.
All right, so I got something in Thailand as well, and yeah, Steve's right. It is a scorcher out right now. You can tell it's a scorcher in a video by my hat. If it's not backwards, if it's forwards, it's serious business. But I got the Marinated Chicken, which is actually a repeat visitor here at the festivals. It's made appearances at multiple different festivals like Flower and Garden and previous Food and Wines. A favorite of mine over the years. Got it again today. It didn't look that good when I first got it. I must admit, it looked kind of dry. But with that being said, I ate every last bite. It was really good. The chicken was dry, but the sauce compensated for it enough, and the vegetables soaked in that. It's like a peanut sauce, like a peanut Thai sauce. The vegetables soaked in that really worked super, super well. I'll definitely be coming back here and definitely getting that again. And that was, I believe, $5.50. It was $5. So really cheap little snack. Definitely would recommend if you were doing a little like round around the World Showcase, getting 2 or 3 different things for maybe a lunch. Definitely recommend it. Right next to the booth you're just at, as you're walking into the World Showcase, the Mexico way, the next booth is Islands of the Caribbean, and this caught my attention right away. I did spend some time in Hawaii. I didn't spend much time off my naval ship in Hawaii though, but right outside of the ship that I was on, we had this Hawaiian barbecue booth. I know Hawaii has their own booth, but this smelled just like that, and like in one of those cartoon capturing forms kind of lured me in. And there I got the Jamaican jerk chicken, which is actually pretty delicious. Even better than I expected, and I love jerk chicken. The jerk, it's like a jerk dry rub on the chicken itself, but then there's like this mango salsa, and then there's a bunch of like fruits and veggies and stuff in there. There's a lot of different flavors going on. And then again, this only came in at $5.50, so far everything we had around the $5 mark. And I'd really recommend this too. Definitely on that little thing I was telling you, if you're coming here for lunch, trying a couple different booths, definitely I would put this in with that mashup.
Hi guys, how you doing? Look who I bumped into.
Yeah, we finally got her to come out here. She was over in Galaxy's Edge doing her job over there, but now she's joined the team over on the Epcot side.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to eating a few things.
Yeah, we've really didn't miss much. We went to the Thai booth.
Excellent.
Corey just had the Islands of the Caribbean.
And you got your magnets, right?
Got our magnets.
Awesome.
And now we're gonna, I don't know, keep moving on. This Mexico booth up here is always around, so I don't even know.
You know what? I have an idea.
There's almost never anything there I want.
Let's skip the Mexico booth.
Okay.
And let's cool off on Grand Fiesta Boat Tour.
Oh, you're They're singing my song.
And so we're back out in the heat. Grand Fiesta Tour was a nice break in the AC, but speaking of the heat, I'm gonna go with melted cheese. So this is a Swiss raclette. It's $5. I had some issues with the receipt not printing. It comes with like some potato and bread, and I thought the melted cheese would have come on the bread, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with the potato first. Oh, it's really good, but the Swiss cheese, you think of like deli Swiss cheese, it doesn't taste like that at all. Oh, it's so good. I wish they had put the melted cheese right on top of the bread rather than the potatoes, because I like them better together. But yeah, it's really good. It's not that Swiss cheese has such a distinct flavor, and it doesn't taste like that at all to me. It almost tasted like a melted cheddar or something. I don't know. I guess at the end, there's that little flavor, the familiar like Swiss flavor. But, oh yeah, I'm liking this better than I thought I would.
All right, so I'd also like to mention, I don't know if we explained it yet already, but basically, the team's just going around the World Showcase, going to every booth, and if anybody sees anything they like, we're just grabbing it. So, knowing me, when we passed by India and I saw the warm Indian bread with dips, game over, I need it, and I got it. It is $4.75. The dips are a mango salsa, a pesto, a green pesto, and a pickled garlic. The first dip I tried was the pesto, and my expression says it all. This thing was really, really good. I'm a huge fan of pesto, and this was a great pesto. The mango salsa, probably my least favorite of the three, and coming into a very close second was the pickled garlic. But I will say, if you're not a fan of garlic, and not just garlic flavor, but like garlic, like raw garlic cloves, maybe stay away from this. However, I love raw garlic. I eat raw garlic. I know it might seem weird, but when you have clogged up sinuses or anything, and it just like literally saves your life, I mean, you start to become pretty fond of things like that, and that's what it's done for me. And this is absolutely minced raw garlic cloves. So keep that in mind if that's up your alley. But the only knock I'd probably have on this, besides the fact I didn't really like the mango as much, was that there was only 3 little slices of bread. Wish I got more bread. Besides that, the dips were really, really good.
So stopped off at the African kiosk, or the Africa kiosk, to try the Kenyan Coffee. Let me see. I forgot the name already. It's the Kenyan Coffee Barbecue Beef Tenderloin. It's $5.75, served with sweet potato and corn Malay pap, and some sort of like coleslaw on the top. So let's try. Let's see what this is about. Well, I'll say I'm immediately surprised that this is not like way overcooked, because that usually happens at the festivals. But it's actually really tender, and like it has like juices in it still, not like when they just totally light it on fire essentially. No, this is really delicious and really flavorful. I'm not really tasting the coffee notes or flavor. But let me get another bite, see if that helps. Yeah, I mean, I can show you here, but that's pretty, for festival standards, that's pretty red. And I'm about it. Really, really good. Let me get, there's also something going on at the bottom. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but, oh, this is, I think, the corn, like, now that's not for me. It's some sort of like fried corn cake. I don't know how else to describe it. And I love cornbread, but this doesn't have like a sweetness to it. It just kind of tastes like mush. Well, actually, there's a little cheesiness to it that's good, but overall, I don't know. Although I keep eating it, maybe I'm like liking it more and more as we go here. No, not for me. But this is delicious.
All right. So this is the ravioli carbonara, and it's got pecorino and Romano cheeses and egg yolk and a whole lot of goodness going on. So I'm going to take a bite. This is from the Italy booth. Okay, I love cheese. This is really good. So it's like 115,000 degrees outside right now. So normally I would not carry around a steaming bowl of ravioli, but all that aside, this is amazing. This is really, really good. You immediately get the smokiness from the cheeses, and you've got a little bit of a fun texture going on with the bacon that's on top. It's not too overly bacon, so I'm happy about that. But let me take another bite. Okay, the cream is really, really good, and there's plenty of it on it, and it's delicious. It's very creamy. I was just telling the guys, a handful of years ago, there was a lasagna here at the Italy booth, and we fell in love with it. And it literally, the pasta would melt in your mouth. It was so good. This is bordering on that, so I'm really, really excited about it. It was $7.25, and you get 6 big ravioli. So that's a pretty good value, and it's delicious. So get it.
So we made it to America. We're halfway. Well, we still have the active eats and all that stuff later, but as far as the World Showcase goes, we're about halfway. And I have to get it, the lobster roll. I try to get it as much as I can every year. And it's crazy because it varies year to year in a weird way. Sometimes you get good chunks of meat. Other years, it's just like totally shredded up, nothing, and it's like you eat it all in one bite. This year, just from first glance, it looks like it might be good. So let me dive right in. Yeah, this is really good. Big chunks of meat. Like, that's one big piece of lobster. I mean, I'm impressed. It seems better than it has in years past. The roll, almost as always, is like nice and buttery. $8.25. It is one of the more expensive items at the festival, but I'd actually rather pay a little bit more to have a better roll, and I think that I'm happy with the $8.25 to get this. So happy.
Hello, I have joined the group out of nowhere. There was food to be had, so I dropped from the heavens above, and I am joining everyone in Japan to get the chilled, it's frothy ramen, which is chilled noodles with a dashi broth and a foam topping here, which is interesting. That might be that eel sauce on top of here. This is interesting. I've never had cold ramen before, but I'm diving right in here. $6. And this is definitely a weird concoction. It's like you left your soup in the refrigerator and you're like, I'm too lazy to heat it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. The noodles are nice, they're tender. The sauce is flavorful, it's interesting. I'm not sure I would be knocking down the door to get it again, but I think it's a pretty interesting choice. And it is oddly a lot more, I feel like there's a lot more to it than it appeared at first glance in the dish here. So there's like something like in the foam that's giving it a little bit of an interesting texture too, like not crunchy quite, but like just a little bit of a little texture-y thing. I don't know how to describe it, but Let's keep going though, because I know there's some other things I want to shove in my mouth.
So we made it to Morocco. We got the spicy hummus fries that are $8. You said there's some stuff on top that you read
There's
about?
some cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, tzatziki, and chipotle sauce to make them a little spicy.
Oh,
I will say they look smaller than they have been in years past. It's been a long time since I've had these though. I think I haven't had them since the first year they introduced them, but
They have been good in the past, though. So.
I can smell this chipotle sauce on the top here.
Wait,
and I'm
cheers,
super
cheers,
excited.
cheers.
There you go. I don't think I would.
I don't think they're quite worth $8.
No, especially for the amount you got. I feel like I know you can get hummus fries. I think in Spice Road Table, but I don't think they're the same as these. These are different. But those you get a little more substantial ones. Not bad. I like it.
The spice doesn't hit you right off the top, but it definitely builds in your mouth.
Comes back later. And I would say, oh, nope, there it is. Yeah, I was going to say I felt it a little bit, and I'd be like, it's not overpowering for some, but then I'm like, it's getting stronger
it's
as it
getting
goes.
stronger
So
as it goes. And I bet if you were to have the whole thing by yourself, as you're eating it, it probably builds up more and more.
I can also see this being kind of a risk because if it's out too long, it could end up drying out. So you got to kind of get it. It's going to be one of those nervous things. But you're right.
How busy of a day is it?
The quantity for the amount, I don't know if it adds up. So
You wanna split the last
yeah,
one?
let's go splitsies there. Yeah. None of the healthy veggies for you?
Well, I'll go back. I remember them being better.
I would say I don't think this is an $8 dish, but if you're a vegetarian, it's nice that there's an option like this around here for you that's not just same old, same old. I always like things in a new way. Elevated bar food is my hot spot.
your niche?
Yeah. So onward.
So we are here at the Brazil booth, and I have chosen the cheese bread or the pão de queijo. Okay, that's how I was told to say that. So you put a little oomph behind it. So this is a favorite of mine, and I'm hoping it's just as good as it has been in years past. It is hot and filled with cheese. Oh, it's so good. You can't go wrong with bread and cheese. And I've tried to make this at home and cannot. This is so good. This is a winner. This would be great for kids who are like, who can't handle all the spices, who don't have a palate that's ready for snails and escargot and all that fun stuff. This would be perfect for them. It's cheese and bread, and it's always a winner. It's so good. All right.
First.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I got the frozen apple juice, the frozen apple pie. So it's layered, and literally there's no description in the passport about it.
See, like apple chunks in the bottom there.
You're right. Looks like you've got some apple chunks going and some slushy, and then we have crumbs on top. So kind of like your little apple pie.
It's like orange though.
Sort of.
It looks like candy corn.
The coloring is strange to me.
Okay. So you've got the crunchy crust on top. Do you guys want to try it? I guess.
Yeah, sure. Here, spoon down.
Try it. It's good. It's refreshing because it's 125 degrees outside, so anything frozen's great.
Except for the attraction.
Oh,
Sorry, Elsa.
I thought it was actually like a frozen apple pie stuffed in there.
No.
It's a slushie.
That was so slushy.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I like the crumble on top, gives it an interesting texture.
It's very unique.
Yeah, and then the pie filling on the bottom is cool.
So another thing that kids might enjoy. So I'm kind of on the kids menu today, I guess.
I feel like it's not overly sugary either, which is nice. But
Yep.
so I got a beer flight, and Steve got a beer as well that's
got a
included in
single
here.
one.
So that one is the Sea Dog Brewing Company Green Apple Ale.
Green apple, yeah. Mine was $4.50. How much was your flight?
$9.75. Try this and make sure it's the same one. It's not. No, they put mine out of order.
Oh dear.
Okay, so I have no idea which one's which then.
Try, we match up the colors, maybe?
I think this one is the one that I just tried of yours, which is the Sea Dog.
Really sweet.
Clear water.
It's really sweet. It's like candy. Candy.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely has that beer flavor to it, but it's very sweet.
It's not a cider though.
Not yeah. I wouldn't even put it in the realm of ciderhood.
Cidering.
This cider house rule is that it doesn't taste like it. But it's good. I definitely get that. I almost can taste the skin of a green apple,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Yeah,
Definitely.
And but without that kind of tartness. I don't think it's super tart.
It's a little tart.
You think so?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, not that it's like a tart drink, but tarter than your most beers.
All right, I figured them out. So I'm pretty sure this one is the Playa Linda Company apple pie beer, and that one is good. This one has like here. You want to try that one?
Sure.
It's got that cider taste without the sweetness of a cider.
It's very like the spices. You can like the like fall spice.
Yeah. I'm not giving it to Denny because she doesn't drink.
No, that's okay.
I'm not just being rude and ignoring
No,
her.
yes,
You shared
you're
yours with me,
shunning
but you're
me.
not getting any of mine. Yeah.
Publicly shunning me. I did get update on the frozen apple pie. I did get down to the bottom, and that is indeed apple pie filling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the MIA Beer Company Apple Trap Belgian Style Triple Ale is okay. It tastes pretty much a lot like their regular Triple Ale, but like a hint of apple in that one. So I actually think I like the Playa Linda one the best. Because like I said, it's definitely got those fall flavors, but it's not as sweet as a cider. So I think this is an interesting beer flight, though. I think this is kind of cool.
It's cool because they're all folly, but
Yeah.
all totally different.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a flight and it's like you go from one to the other and then you're like, there's
Yeah.
barely a difference between these.
Yeah, but these all have very distinct flavors, so I think it's worth a try. $9.75. I don't think it's too bad for the flight. Oh.
You all right? And do you want to talk about where we're standing at all? I mean, this is pretty cool. We're inside
Circus.
we're in the circus. We're inside of O Canada, the Circle Vision Theater. So they have tented it off with streamers and lights. It's really nice. So if you're looking for air conditioning here at the Food and Wine Festival, this is a great place.
It looks beautiful.
It
I
really
was
does.
I was expecting it to just be a shell of.
I just come out here
theater.
hanging out in here, right?
Yeah, and
beautiful
I was
thing.
kind of expecting like the stuff that you can see behind me. That doesn't really surprise me, but the ribbons and the lights probably for Disney didn't cost for Disney that much money, but it does so much.
It's a nice
to the
touch.
Space.
Yeah. It adds a nice atmosphere.
Yeah,
It really
definitely.
brings in that. It definitely gives you that like northern feel.
Yeah, like it's fall almost.
Well,
What?
in circus, I know circuses like this are a big deal in Canada because Cirque du Soleil started there and stuff like that. So I know that it still ties into Canada.
I know.
Sometimes I just
Wow.
Look at this brain.
I drink and I know things.
Amazing.
I don't watch that show though, so don't come at me with anything.
All right, so we were walking by Canada, and if you know me, my favorite restaurant on property, Le Cellier, and they have the Le Cellier filet. So this is prepared medium well. It was $8.25. It has the mushroom and the white sauce on it. I forget what the white sauce is, but this is a really good filet. It's probably the favorite item that I tasted so far in Food and Wine this year. But I need to let people know, if you've never been to Le Cellier before, the filet you get in the actual restaurant is just a lot better. Flavor-wise goes, size-wise, obviously. This is $8.25. The steak inside the restaurant is $69. So obviously there's going to be a difference. But if like you went here and you tried this for $8.25 and you said like, oh, this isn't like a $69 steak, the steak in there is different. It is similar and it is really good. Like I said, favorite thing that I put in my mouth today. But just know, inside the restaurant is the holy grail of fillets, and you got to check it out. But this was really good.
I am over here at the Hawaii booth where I feel like I am currently sitting on the sun. And I got the Spam Hash. It has a little bit more of a special name that I can't see from here, but it's Spam, potatoes, onions, some green peppers in here, and some pepper. I already said peppers, I'm losing my mind. But this is a favorite of mine. This is $4.25. I want to see if it holds up. I didn't get it last year. spicy mayo. That's the thing I didn't say. It's good. I feel like the potatoes are cooked well and everything. The Spam is undercooked. I feel like it should be a little more fried. And it's coming off a little bit greasy. So I wish it would have been like skilleted a little bit more, but I do think it's an interesting thing to try. Jenny, do you want to try this at all?
Oh dear, I'm sure. Why not? Thank you, sir.
It's a little spicy.
Okay, it's a little spicy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is.
You hate it.
I don't love it. I don't know why I don't like it too. It's like, it's,
I mean,
no?
Oh, nobody likes it.
it's no. Okay. To be honest, I am not a Spam eater, and you seem to be more of a aficionado.
Well, I like fried Spam.
Did
So
I?
like
Okay.
musubi and stuff like that is really good. This Spam it feels like it's just cut up and put in here, not like fried like I think
Okay,
it's
wait.
supposed to be.
I don't think I got a piece of the Spam last time. Maybe I did,
Just
but
got potato.
I just got potato
Well, that's
and
good.
yeah. No, this is better.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
It's good. It
Yeah.
gives you that salty sweet with like the onion and the
And
pepper.
like a hint of what like a spiciness tastes like, but it isn't actually that
It's not
spicy.
Yeah,
It's
So like
not
if you
too
like spicy flavor but don't like actual spice, I think it's good.
yeah, and I think for $4.25 it's a pretty good portion.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
$4.25.
Yeah,
that's good.
so it's one of those. So check it out.
I got the Steakhouse blended burger from Flavors from Fire. It was $5.25. Let me pick it up. It's just a small little slider right here. You can see there's a little blue chip potato chip on there, and I'm gonna jump right in. Okay. It is really, really good. But this was like the one item that I had built up in my head to be like, this is going to be the end all be all item of the festival. And I don't know if it is. It's good. But I don't know if I'm like blown away in the way I thought I was going to be. It's, you know, a little overcooked for me. But the flavor's still good. I probably want to get this again just to see maybe I got a bad one. Not that it's bad, it's still, again, it's still really good. I just had in my head, it's like it was going to be a 10 and it's an 8, which is, you know, that's still really good for my ratings. I'm pretty tough usually. But I don't know. Slightly disappointed, but still good. I don't know how to, I don't know if that's a confusing way to review this. I'm sorry, but I just had it built up in my head, I guess. I don't know.
All right, guys, that is going to conclude our Disney dining show here at Food and Wine Festival. Real quick, everybody, what was your favorite item that you ate today?
How to queijo. That's it. The cheese bread in Brazil.
Mine was, thinking back on it, was honestly the very first item I had. I was surprised in Thailand, the red chili curry beef was super good, super flavorful. Definitely gonna come back and try it again.
Oh, I mean, I am debating between the Spam hash and the ramen noodles. I actually stuck with me pretty well. They were nice and cool and refreshing, but the Spam hash I wish had been a little crispier, but I also didn't need as much, so I don't know. The beer was good. Like
There you go.
So basically, I didn't dislike anything I had. But.
That Appleseed Orchard was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was a cool place.
They utilized that space really well.
I'm bringing Craig back in there. We're going to go on a little date in there.
There
Oh,
you
how
go.
cute.
How about you, Corey?
For me, it was the filet, but like I said, don't compare that to like, oh, this isn't worth the $70 that I get. Like I went to the restaurant. No, the restaurant is worth it. Go to the restaurant. The filet was very good. It was my favorite item. Not as good as the filet you're going to get in Le Cellier, though. So check that out. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's Disney Dining Show, as I keep almost dropping the camera. But I'll see you all in the next one. And like I mentioned before, we have another Disney Dining Show that's going to go up tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that one. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one.
Bye.